So growing up, the last thing I would use to describe myself was confident. I was always shy, always insecure, and just followed what everyone else did. And I think this is normal for a lot of people, but it's not the way I wanted to live my life. And there was no day where things like started to change, or where I just decided that I was going to be better, right? But obviously you start working out, you start reading, and then you get into that flow of self-improvement, or whatever people call it. And being able to do that and build like muscle, get stronger, and that really built my confidence to a point where it's not even just about having muscle or being stronger, as I said. What it's about is knowing that you put your time into something and it actually paid off. And I'm 26 years old, so not super young, but definitely not old. And I haven't really achieved much with my life. And I'm not saying that in a self-deprecating way. I just haven't, because I just haven't had enough time yet. But one thing I have done is build up my physique. I was really skinny for most of my life. I was really skinny because I couldn't eat a lot. And people would always tell me that I look skinny and things like that. And to be honest, it was true. But I really didn't like it, because in the beginning, I wanted that validation from other people. I wanted people to look at me and say, oh, wow, he's handsome because he's got muscle, right? And muscly people are attractive, apparently. And, when I was of teenage age, when it's time to start talking to girls, I was always the last to be picked. I pretty much didn't really ever get picked for most of the time. And that's okay, because you learn a lot from these rejections and things like that. But it does get to you, and you do start to build this idea or conception of yourself that you're ugly, right? Or you're just not attractive to girls. And then I carried that with me for most of my life. And to some extent, I still carry it. And going to the gym and building this physique, it's kind of created that cognitive dissonance between how I behave and how I think. That's the right way, right? Yeah. And when people would treat me a certain way, or people would like me, I just wouldn't believe it. I would have this imposter syndrome and genuinely believe that they're just trying to say it to make me feel good. I don't know why they would, but there we go, right? Into my mind. So becoming that person and getting that physique and being the way that I am now was really something I wouldn't have dreamed of. And I'm not saying that in a hyperbolic way. I genuinely don't believe it, right? I mean, how? I don't know how it happened. Obviously, I know how it happened, but I didn't expect it. Let's put it that way. And I know I mentioned, yeah, it's about strength and it's about this, but really and truly, all it is confidence. And it's one word, but it really means a lot, because having confidence means I don't have to follow what other people do, right? Having confidence means I do what I want, and I don't really worry as much about what other people are going to say. It means if I put my mind to something, I believe I can do it. And I think that goes a lot deeper than just saying, oh, I want confidence to be liked and people see me as confident. No, real confidence means that you believe in yourself, in the things that you try to do. And it does sound cliche, but genuinely, that's the only way to do anything in this life. You have to believe in what you're doing and believe that it will happen, because most things we try are just difficult. And they're so difficult that most of the time we give up. And the thing about giving up is that we don't just proclaim to everybody that we've given up. We just silently give up, There's times when you'll start a project, you'll do it for a few days, and then you stop, and then do it less and less and less, and then lo and behold, you don't do it anymore. So, in my opinion, that's like silently giving up. Anyway, I'm going off topic, but my point is, I recommend that if you're a guy or even a girl, usually it's with guys, I think you should, even if you don't think you're doing it right, work out. Because, especially for young guys that haven't achieved much yet, because that will give you the confidence to actually achieve things. I know I said in my last video I lost my job and whatever, and that's fine. But the things that I'm trying to do now, I wouldn't be able to even attempt them without confidence. A lot of that confidence I gained from going to the gym. So, yeah. Hope that if you've seen this video, maybe it will give you a bit of inspiration. I know I'm inspired by my own story because that's the way things are. So yeah,